As everyone gets access to faster, better, cheaper, more creative intelligence, it is going to be harder than ever before. Everyone has access to unlimited creativity in their back pocket. The thing that has broken is the signal to noise ratio. You can go into the ugly, disgusting areas of humanity and become someone who isn't this airbrushed, fake version of you. In 2025, be less perfect, be more real. Everyone in the world wants cool things to do. They want to feel connected. We're all secretly, deeply, very lonely, and we really, really want friends. The businesses that win are the ones that create meaningful human experiences. If people feel respected, loved, and connected, amazing things will happen in your business. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the biggest change to the creator economy in the last 10 years. And I'm going to be telling you about how, as everyone gets access to faster, better, cheaper, more creative intelligence, it is going to be harder than ever before for you guys to make your B2B SaaS products stand out online and win customers by creating content. I know that sounds bad, but hold with me, it's not all bad news. I'm going to introduce a topic to you as well, which is this idea of the connection economy and how you can use that to your advantage to radically differentiate yourself, stand out online, win a group of raving fans who love what you do and what you stand for, and how you are going to implement that into your businesses this year in 2025 to grow faster than you have ever grown before. If you stick with me till the end, I have a question for you that if you answer in a comprehensive, compelling way, you'll have all the keys that you need in order to stand out in 2025. We've got a couple of questions I'm going to be prompting you with in the meantime as well. So shall we dive in? Is everyone ready to learn a little bit more about standing out in a noisy digital world? If I'm going to do this, I need to teach you a couple of things. I need to tell you about what the AI noise problem actually is. What the hell am I on about here? I need to tell you about the connection economy as well. And I need to tell you about what human AI symbiosis is, how you are going to work with AI in 2025 to avoid all of the pitfalls and get all of the benefits of AI. I am so sick and tired of people and the way they're using AI. I'm very passionate about this, so get ready for me to get on my high horse and have a bit of a rant. Then finally, the strategic side, doing the unscalable to grow your business. You've heard me talk about this so many times already this year or in the last couple of months. I just see this as a way that when you are resource constrained as a founder in the early stages of your business, that you can stand out. You can get over the fact you don't have 100 case studies. You can get over the fact you don't have a 10 grand a month marketing budget because you can do the things other people are just not willing to do to stand out. Okay, let's dive in. What do I mean by the AI noise problem? Everyone in this room, on this call, on this video, has access to unlimited creativity in their back pocket. You have access to the creative power, the creative output of a studio akin to Disney Pixar if you so want to pay for it, okay? And as this happens, we're going to break the content creation systems on the internet. Before, it took bravery, dedication and commitment in order to switch the camera on every day, give your perspective, give your voice and try and gather people around the big ideas that you were sharing. We are entering a phase where we're going to have agentic AI. People have digital clones of themselves that's been trained on all of their previous content, trained on all of their copy, and trained on the internet at large. And it's going to go out on their behalf and create content and engagement and comments. We've seen this with Meta's new choice to allow AI directly to be creating posts automatically on their systems. You can see it on LinkedIn. There is so many people complaining about the really crap comments that people leave, which you absolutely know have been generated by ChatGPT. No effort required. It's really boring. And I'm seeing a really interesting trend on YouTube right now. People are putting no AI in this video in their titles to draw attention to the video because people are sick of AI generated soundscape and music videos. I listen to a lot of lo-fi as I'm working on YouTube, okay? So this is gonna be a huge thing. You have access to this, it's really powerful. I want you to use it, but I want you to use it in the right way. And this is why. The thing that has broken and is going to continue to be broken as more and more people learn how to use these tools is the signal to noise ratio is basically, it's all noise or it's becoming all noise, okay? As people are able to create, your ability to find valuable content online is gonna become a really difficult job because it's just an absolute flood of content. And we see this with the rate at which humanity is creating data. It's faster and faster and faster every single year. And as that happens, that it's just worse content, it's worse data. It's harder for you to go out onto the internet, find the few voices that actually matter and follow them. We're also going to see a huge trend here, which people crave reality. As we get more and more into this world of fake, blemish-free, perfected personas online, these digital twins, these digital clones, and even, you know, we are seeing already creators and influencers on Instagram who earn thousands of pounds a month in brand sponsorship deals, and they're not even real people, okay? It is this awful kind of uncanny valley that we are experiencing. These people do not exist. They are too perfect. And I think people are going to push back on this and demand to see the blemishes. They want to see who you are. They want to see all of the things that make you, your mistakes, your failures, the kind of messy things that happened in your past, which, you know, create a good story. AI has safety nets around it because we have this thing called the alignment problem. We're not actually sure if a super intelligent AI would just kill off humanity. So we box it in. We don't let AI talk about how you create napalm, for example, right? It would be a bad idea. So AI isn't allowed to go into the areas of darkness that make humanity so interesting and compelling, okay? That is your competitive advantage, at least for now, while we have the safety nets on. You can go into the ugly, disgusting areas of humanity and life, the non-glamorous stuff, and you can become someone online who isn't this kind of airbrushed, fake version of you. And I think we're going to see this more and more, and I'm seeing posts of people who are getting added by sales representatives who clearly don't exist. People will use these tools to scam people, to sell to people, and yes, even to have products that are completely designed around this theory, okay? I'm calling this the realness rebellion. I think the Overton window and the zeitgeist online is going to shift radically. And as I say, this talk came about from questions in the MVL group, but I'd been thinking about this for a little while. I was so excited to share this with you because I think this pendulum is going to swing back. People are going to get pissed off at people who leave GPT-generated comments on their content. I get it. I get notifications now and I think, oh, I've got a comment. Maybe I can engage in a connection and a conversation with someone, and it's just, thanks, this is a great post. It's like, why did you even bother? Okay, so the realness rebellion presents you the opportunity. Be more real in 2025. Show the behind the scenes. Be less perfect, be more real and visceral, and I think you will get more reaction from people online, and this will lift you out of that noise problem. Along with the realness rebellion is we have the idea of the connection economy, and I think the smartest marketers in the world market towards deep, unfulfillable human needs. Everyone needs to be loved, feel connected, respected, they want status. You know, and we look at products that do this, whether people want to be liked on Tinder, they want to have likes, comments, and connections on their social media platforms. They like to share their updates of what they're doing online, being loved and admired for their life. Okay, and marketers, the best marketers in the world, know that this is an unfulfillable need. Right, this is an ongoing, perpetual cycle that a human goes through for their entire life. This doesn't end for anyone really. And so, your ability here in the connection economy is to start working out ways how you align your brand, your product, with creating human-driven experiences that drive the feeling of love, connection, and respect, okay? And when I say love, I don't mean you literally have to fall in love with your customers. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is that there are these deeper emotions that you can tap into if you are willing to go there. The way that you do this in this connection economy is you become the organizer. You can build the community. You can start the controversial conversation that everyone wants to have, but no one is willing to say because they want to put out this perfected version of themselves and they're afraid of getting cancelled. You can shine the spotlight and draw attention to the causes that your audience cares about. Everyone in the world wants cool things to do. They want to feel connected. They want to find their people, their tribe. And the problem is no one wants to be the person who puts the hard yards in and the sweat-quity, we can say, to actually make cool things to do, right? And I want to tell you a little story. Beginning of last year, I was living in a community called Yon in Lisbon. It is a place for digital nomads like myself. There's 20 houses across the city, 6 to 10 people in each house. It's like university halls, but this time around, everyone has money and it's way more fun because it's actually nice accommodation. This was a place that was really interesting to me. Yon is an absolutely incredible business. Shout out to those guys. You should check Yon out if you want to stay in Lisbon. Yon is an incredible community because they are those smart marketers, okay? They realized everyone wanted to be loved, connected, and respected. They realized that people like myself, these nomads, even though we're fiercely independent and we shake off the kind of chains of what is expected for us buying a house, etc., etc., we're all secretly, deeply, very lonely, and we really, really want friends and connections in these cool places we go to live, right? And so they created this company that does this. Now, inside Yon, it's a very transactional type of relationship and friendship that you generate because people are rolling in and rolling out. There's new people all the time, old people are leaving. So it's kind of like a hi-bye society, right? However, there was a girl in Yon, which I'm not going to name, who had a completely different experience and reaction from everyone in the Yon community. I'm an observer of people, right? When she left, she had a leaving party. There was a dinner. There was an outpouring of grief. There was like 2 weeks where people were really sad that she was going, and there was multiple events to ensure that she got a good send-off. This is completely the unnormal behavior that goes on within that community. And I found this fascinating because as soon as there's a pattern interrupt, I start observing, and I couldn't wrap my head around this because, I don't think this girl necessarily had the best personality. She had a very spiky personality, right? I don't think she was that likable. It wasn't that. Here's what she did. Here's what I worked out. She was the kind of person who knew all of the best bars, where the rooftop spots were, what was going on in the city, where the secret raves were at the weekend. She always had the thing to do. She was the organizer. And people found deep value in their connection with her because by being associated with her, they had a never-ending stream of cool things to do on the weeknights and weekends. They felt loved, they felt connected, they felt respected because she'd kind of created a little in-group within the group. Very astute operator, right? And so you have the same ability in your business in order to become that organizer. You all have ideas that I'm sure you've thought about when you're brainstorming sessions, where you think, man, that would be insanely cool if we did it. That would honestly get us in front of a lot of customers, and I think people would really dig it. And then you put it to the back of your mind because you've got 1,000,001 little fires burning away in the business. You've got bills to pay. You've got emails to respond to, I'm sure. And so you put that off. And this is the problem. No one wants to become the organizer, even though if you became the organizer and you created the social object that your community could rally around, you would give yourself more opportunity than you could handle. If you look at all of the smartest creators who are earning the most money online, they all build community, connection, they have conversations, they have causes, they make people feel loved, connected and respected, okay? So I want to encourage you to take those ideas off of the shelf today, and this is what we're going to be doing later in this question I'm going to ask you, is start having a think now. What would you love to do? What would you secretly love to do that you know would win you a ton of customers, but you just think it's going to be a lot of effort, so you've put it off? Start thinking about that. What I want to tell you is, if you're going to create connections, if you want to join this connection economy and you want to reap the rewards that this gives you, and it is an incredible reward that you reap, right? Because in creating the connections, you get the advantage of an incredible halo effect where without selling, people start in your community, start selling your product and services for you. It's like never-ending testimonials and referrals, okay? And if you can get there, you will make more money than you've ever made before. But the problem is it requires sacrifice. You can't just say, yeah, I want a community, that's really good, and everyone turn up. It doesn't happen like that, right? It's going to require time, effort, money, and persistence in order for you to make this happen. People want to see that you've actually put something on the line because you believe in this cause, you believe in this community, that you are creating so much that then they can rally around it, right? So you're going to have to sacrifice something. This is not going to be easy. This is not going to be cheap. It's not going to be an overnight thing you put into the business, but I guarantee you it'll be the highest leverage thing that you do in 2025. And I want to tell you about a sacrifice that one of our very own members, Craig, who runs the Vibrant Workplace Accelerator, made last year in November, which, by the way, added £107,000 of proposals to his pipeline from one event. So he said to me, I've had this idea. I want to run the Vibrant Workplace Forum. I want to fly my customers from all over the world into my hometown. I'm going to put them on stage. I'm going to invite loads of people. And I'm just going to get them to tell their stories about how they became a verified Vibrant Workplace. This is a high standard to reach that you really care about your employees. And I told him, I was like, Craig, events are hard. They're hard to get people into. It's a ton of work. And he suffered for this, right? He sacrificed many sleepless nights. He sent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of messages. He had to pay for the flights of the whole teams to come over here at a point where he had little to no cash flow, right? He's putting this on the credit card. We're wondering whether he can pay the tax bill at the beginning of this year. We're both like, if this pays off, it'll be incredible. If it doesn't, you're probably bust, right? High risk, high reward maneuver. But do you know what? He did it. He put his ego to one side. He made more ask than he probably was comfortable making. He just followed up again and again and again. He had 70 people arrive in that room. He got press coverage of it. He had his customers sell his service to a room of people eager to hear. He has sold leadership training days. He has sold consultancy off of the back of it. He's lined up a whole pipeline of leads and prospects that are going to drop into his customer base over the next year. And people loved it so much, they've demanded another one. He's now got this snowball, this community, this connection starting to roll down the hill. It will get bigger. It will get better. And as I always say here at MVL, get going, get good, get great, right? He got going and we made some mistakes. He did some silly things in setting that event up, right? He painted himself into corners, but he survived it. And now he is in the connection economy. Now he gets to reap that reward with that lovely, juicy £107,000 worth of pipeline figure. And I'm sure his event at the end of this month will earn him even more. So the businesses that win are the ones that are willing to make the sacrifices to create meaningful human experiences. I am losing the rest of my precious hair currently because I work with a lot of coaches and consultants who have communities or groups that they have fostered through their content. And they're all saying to me at the minute, Lee, how do I build an AI product that I can clone myself and then I can just give that to my customers so they can ask questions, get the answers, and I don't have to interact with them? I cannot believe that they're about to throw away the hard-won victory that they've got of having an active, engaged community because they're trying to put digital barriers between them and their customers. I want you to reject that notion of automation at all today. I want you to use AI, use automation to your advantage to allow you to spend more time with your customers, which we're going to talk about in a second. However, in the chat, I want to know, are you interested in building a community, creating a cause, or having these controversial conversations with your brand? Do you believe that this will get you business? So it's super powerful. It's high reward. It's a lot of effort. You're going to have to sacrifice for it. I'm not here to tell you these things are going to be easy. If they were easy, they wouldn't be valuable. Okay? And so thank your lucky stars that it's hard, because most businesses will give up and never enter the connection economy. Okay, so human AI symbiosis. What does this look like? I am not saying to you in this talk today, reject AI, stop using it, and be like some form of Luddite, okay? I'm having conversations with people online. I'm putting some feelers out about this at the minute, and I'm having conversations with people in the DMs where they're like, yep, I don't use any automation, it's human only. And I think that is akin to the Luddites smashing the spinning jennies, right? That's not good. We're not going to stop AI. We're not going to put the genie back in the bottle. It's here. It's been here since like the 60s when the transformer got invented. It might have even been invented before then. AI is not going away. In fact, it's only going to grow as a trend and accelerate its capabilities. We just need to think about AI in a slightly different way. We need to think about AI-human symbiosis, okay? This is where the human and the AI, 1 + 1 does not equal 2, it equals 3, it equals 4, it equals 1,000, right? It's greater than the sum of its parts. It is using AI as a partner to create and to automate the things that your customers do not value, so you can double down on being more connection focused, more human, less digital, more physical, okay? And the way that we can think about doing this is, if we want AI to set you free from the things that drive you nuts right now so that you can focus in your zone of genius, the things that your customers really value you for, okay? We've talked about this, it's in the book, if you've read the Minimal Viable Launch book, the automation matrix. We want to use AI first and foremost in your business to automate parts of your product and your product delivery process that is low impact and slow. These are the things that your customers do not value you for. Your customers don't value you for sending the invoice, right? Yeah, they get the invoice, they pay it, great. That can be automated. They don't value you for getting contracts signed and sent out the door, or booking meetings in. They value the face time and the outcomes they get by working with you and your product. They value the solutions you provide to the burning hair problems that they've got. And so many people are trying to use AI to automate the completely wrong end of this scale. They're trying to automate away those touch points, those points where the customer actually gets to know who you are as an organization, the face behind the brand, okay? They're automating away their outreach strategies and then winding everyone up by pitch slapping the hell out of them and making really embarrassing mistakes on LinkedIn, messaging the wrong people that they shouldn't be messaging, right? I'm sure you've all had automated outreach from people where you're like, dude, we've been working together for like 4 years. Why are you trying to pitch me now? It's embarrassing. Don't do it, okay? So look at what is low impact in the eyes of your customers. What do they not value you for? So that you can automate that, and then you can spend more face time ensuring that your customers get a better outcome from your product. And when they get a better outcome from your product, they will tell more people about it. As they tell more people about it, you can take all of the time that you've got now free because you've automated all of those tasks that are kind of keeping you in the weeds and keeping you distracted. You're going to automate those, and then we've got to redouble this down, okay? And in redoubling your time down, we got to spend it wisely on the things that actually are valuable. And I'm telling you, that's creating the community, creating the connection, making your customer base feel loved, respected, and connected. What was the last thing you did in your business that went above and beyond what was expected of you and made your customer feel wow? You got to give them that wow moment. When was the last time you wrote them a handwritten note thanking them for their support, or sent them a gift? Or if you are Gary V, who was doing this years and years ago, who was using social media listening to find out what his customers really liked and sending them personalized gifts. And if you've ever heard the story of Gary V sending the signed sports t-shirt and doing a £5 million wine deal off the back of it 4 or 5 months later, if you haven't heard that story, go look it up after this video. It's absolutely fascinating. If you are personal, if you have the touch that makes people feel respected, loved, and connected, amazing things will happen in your business. It's connecting. It's not selling. It's connecting first. And this connection economy, I guess there's a bit of a mindset shift with it, is you delay gratification, right? You're not selling hard. You're not doing cold calls. You're not sending spam emails because it sucks. No one likes it. And that's going to, doing cold outreach via telephone and email is going to get very easy to do in a convincing way. People are just going to pull their phones out the wall if they still have landlines. Who still has that? You get to connect first, delay gratification, connect like a human, and in doing so, you'll win the sale. So if you use automation in order to buy back your time, spend that time wisely and go do things that are unexpected and remarkable in the eyes of your customers. Okay, so doing the unscalable. There is a huge trend in the market right now around AI, automation, digital barriers, digital natives. Everything is done at a distance, and we avoid the physical realm at all costs because it's not scalable, right? And I want to say to you, when the market is all doing something, they're zigging, right? You zag, you do the exact opposite thing. If you want to stand out, the question that spawned this talk off was, how do we stand out and differentiate ourselves online so that we can make sales? If everyone is creating content in the same way, the way you stand out is by being radically different to that, right? It's the counterculture, it's the counter movement, and you have the ability to do that now. Is that as people become more automated, you become more real world focused, right? You send them the handwritten note in the post. We go back to direct lumpy mail if you can find where their addresses are, right? I've been sending out books with handwritten notes in for the last year now, and it fascinates me. People ghost me for 8 months. I think, damn, didn't read the book, didn't even say thank you for it. And then they come back and they're like, that was really good. This has been sat on my desk for 8 months, and yeah, let's work together. Because it was lumpy physical mail that has sat there, and it's unexpected. One of our fellow MVL crew members here is he has been doing handwritten letters to CEOs, and he's cleaning up customers left, right, and center. Because who does that anymore, right? Most people don't do that. Rory Sutherland talks about the power of the handwritten letter. So when everyone is going more automated, yes, you use automation, but you do it cleverly behind the scenes so that you can zag, you can become more FaceTime, more handheld, more white glove surface, more personalized, more in their physical reality, okay? And that is how you're going to differentiate yourself in a sea of automation. What's an unscalable idea that you've dreamed of doing to create that connection and that community that you think, if you did it, would close you more customers than you knew how to handle, but you haven't dared to dream it? I want you to just pick one action that you're going to take off the back of the call, stick it on a post-it note, stick it on your screen, whatever, that you are going to take. So none of this is worthwhile if you don't do anything about it. How are you going to take one action today to create a connection in your business? Do something with this, because I promise you, it will bring you rewards. And if you want to watch a fascinating case study of this playing out right now, I sent you all the posts this morning of Jack starting to go on his content creation journey. What's fascinating with Jack is he's a natural connector. So Jack meets up with people on the internet, which is a strange thing to say, but he has had wild meetings with people who have flown in from all different countries. He does all these sketches for people who sell trainers online. He's just a natural connector, right? His audience is growing rapidly because his content is very good. But what he is doing in each and every case of someone who interacts on his posts, he's not trying to sell to them, he's having a conversation with them in the DMs and in their content. He's sacrificing something and showing up, and he is growing at a rapid clip. So if you are struggling with your content, with your community building, etc., it is that sacrifice you need to make. Don't send the message I hate. Hey, we both breathe air. We should jump on a call. Yeah, no, right? That doesn't sound great. Have a conversation with someone. Be genuinely interested in creating connection. And as you develop in the connection economy, the connections, the communities and conversations you make will get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And serious rewards will go for you.